with the YWCA, and I'm going to have to give a shout out to Corrine Reyes, because she was the one that was really, I was in contact with her. She set up, the scheduling, and we were able to come together to, be able to set the schedule for this radio interview program. Unfortunately, something came up, wasn't able to be here, but she sent someone on her place. But Corrine, I know you may be listening right now. Thank you so much for everything you're doing, and we'll look forward to working with you again in the future, or maybe do another interview. But I want to thank you. I'm going to go ahead, and I know there's a name here that, like I said before, I don't want to say it because I might chop it up. So I'm going to go to our lead guest that's here, and I'm going to have her introduce colleagues that are here. First of all, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here with us. Let us know who you are and who you represent.
So my name is Crystal Jaco. I am a program manager, a Reset Program manager for the YWCA. And here with me today, I have Deyanira, who is here representing Corinne, and Alexis Vega, who is one of our clients and also our lead community health worker in our Reset program.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, for being here. I know that I'm excited when I was talking to Corinne and saying, hey, I have some people that come to do the interview, and I said, absolutely, the more the better sometimes, because everybody's bringing something to the table. Everybody's doing something, and the more information we can get out to the community and explain what's going on or what we offer or what we do, I think it's a great thing. It's a win-win situation for everybody. But thank you for being here. Can you give me a little bit of background, or what exactly you do there, or anything that you believe the listeners would like to know?
So YWCA, we have a mission, and we're on a movement to eliminate racism and empower women. We do that through a different variety of initiatives. One of them is our health literacy, or our health equity program, which Deyanira works for under Corinne for. And then another way that we do that is through our economic empowerment. So under economic empowerment is our Reset program. We provide paid training opportunities to what we call disengaged young women, which means women between the ages of about 18 to 24 who were not going to school or working, so that we could reconnect them with the community and get them on a track to be self-sufficient. YWCA works really hard so that we can remove a lot of the barriers that these young women are facing, whether it be childcare, whether it be housing stability, any of those things. And then so while they are training, one of the tracks that they can train for is community health work, and while they're training, we are providing them a living wage, a paid living wage, and then we're also providing them case management so that they can work on their goals, and so that we can work with them to remove some of those barriers.
Okay. It's always interesting, and I find it really fascinating, because I'm always like, I'm hearing, everybody knows the YWCA, right? Everybody knows a lot of these programs that are out there, and I'm thinking, I used to go to the YMCA, the one on Ruiz, I think there's one there, when I was like young, a lot younger, but I used to go work out. But that's my mindset, that's what it was. It was just like a place to go work out, a place to play basketball, a swim. And I'm thinking that's all it is. But then when I start to interview people and they start sharing, no, we do this, I find it so interesting and so fascinating, because a lot of times our misconception of what we think something is, once we start listening or investigating or researching it, that it's not only that, it's so much more. I love the program, what you're saying, that you're empowering young women, especially those that on our side of town with the 78207, which we were speaking about earlier, that there's so much need, because they think, okay, and this is the mindset again that we've been taught. They think, well, I'm not going to do a whole lot, I can't go to college, I can't do this because of this, and I'm Mexican or this or that. But the programs that you offer, you provide, you start to really change that mindset, right?
Right, yeah, and that's what we've seen. We have Alexis along with 16 other young women who are going through the program and learning to find their voice, learning what their passion is. Alexis has been able to get into various leadership roles. She is one of the leads on the vaccine program, which they'll talk about. And now she's most recently been promoted to project coordinator, so she helps to coordinate the schedules and the trainings and everything for the rest of the young women. So she's become a big leader amongst her peers.
Right. So we have an actual example of what y'all are doing. I didn't know that.
Right. Yes. Yes. She is one of the clients.
That's so awesome, Alexis. Thank you for what you've been able to accomplish. I know it's probably been it's a difficult. I was telling like I said earlier, working with the youth, I would say, man, it's tough sometimes, especially the way things are now. But sometimes the tough things in your life, sometimes when we accomplish them, are so much sweeter because not everybody can do those things.
Yeah.
And so share a little bit about, I mean, I'm interested now because of she was telling me about that. How is this program affected, or how did you get connected with that, or anything the listeners would like to know?
Right. So actually, my case manager that works at YWCA, she's the one who connected me with the job.
Okay.
So she's the one who was letting me know about it, and I was really interested. So when I finally got set up, I think it's a great opportunity that I've had. I've definitely been able to grow and learn, and just the experience that I've had in such a short amount of time. I started in November. By December, I was already the lead for the vaccine group, and just recently I got promoted to the program coordinator. So in a matter of 3 to 4 months, I've already gone up 2 roles in leadership position, and it's just been a really great opportunity for me. I've definitely, and like Crystal said, it's really awesome to be not only in a leadership position, but also be a participant in the Reset program, because I do feel like I am a direct result of exactly what YWCA wants to represent in eliminating racism and empowering women. So I'm just really grateful to be a part of this program and to even have this opportunity, because like you said, there's this opportunity not everybody gets to have, to be able to be a part of it, and
right.
just watch myself grow and watch the other girls grow as well is just really amazing.
What's amazing is like what you're telling me, you just started in November.
Yeah.
But I always tell the kids, I said, it depends on how bad you want something, right? Because if you want it bad enough, you're going to figure out a way. How do I do this? And it's a sacrifice. Sometimes it's like, I want to go do this with my friends, or do this, and like I got to study, I got to apply myself, whatever the case is. But it's fascinating that only in with a couple of months that you are where you're at right now. Now, let me ask you this real quick. When you first started, what was your mindset, or did you see yourself in like doing any of this already, or did you have goals, or where were you before this?
So before this, I was just serving at a bar and grill. So I have done some schooling, so I do need to like get back in there and finish it off. But I definitely didn't see myself in these roles. No, every job that I have, I've kind of had like a leadership position or a leadership role, so I just feel like that's just something that's kind of in me. But I didn't think that was gonna be, this was like my first like job that's non-serving, so I was a little like nervous coming into it, like I didn't really fully know what to expect, but it's just been a really great opportunity, and even though I didn't see myself in this position, it's been amazing to even have the opportunity to do so.
Right. And again, the hard part is always thinking that I can't, because I don't think I can be there.
Right.
But like I always tell kids, you don't know until you move. Once you start moving, you start realizing what you're capable of. I believe that. It just, again, I come back to how bad do you want it? Do you want to put in the time? Do you want to put the effort? Do you want to do everything that a lot of people don't want to do? Because it's easy, I'll take the easy way out or the easy road, and then it's like, well, yeah, this is where I am, but it's not really anywhere. Yeah. So I really commend you on that you've been able to do that. That's so awesome, and it's inspiring to anyone who's listening right now. I know from what I'm told, we're not supposed to ask ladies their age, but you seem pretty young, right?
Yes, I'm 26.
Okay, so you are very young. Yeah. So again, it's there. If you think you can't, here is a great example that you can.
Yes.
So don't ever think that, okay, you cannot do it, because you're a perfect example of that. So that's awesome. I want to go to my guest here, Deyanira. Is that? Deyanira. Share a little bit about what you're doing, or what your role is there at the YWCA.
Yeah, I'm a program coordinator for the vaccine group.
Okay.
We are doing the clinics out there in the community.
Right.
We have like 30 clinics a week.
So you're going up, I think.
Not a week, I'm sorry, a month.
Okay, that was like, that's a lot.
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
Y'all must be pretty tired right now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah, but you're actually going out there to
yes.
meet the community where they're at, right? So they can get vaccinated.
Yes, and do the outreach everywhere.
Right. So that's part of one of the programs that you're offering. Like I said earlier, it's just always astonishing that you start to think that it's only one thing they're doing, but then you realize, no, we're doing this, like the program you're doing, the vaccination that y'all are doing. And so it's awesome, because I get excited about that, because it's like I learn all these new things, and I'm always wanting to learn, right? Because the more you learn, they say the more you earn,
That's
so
true.
just to keep that in thought, right? But yeah, it equips you to make better decisions, because the more you're informed, the information that you have, you're better to make better decisions. because a lot of times it's like when we don't know, we just kind of guess, and then it may not have been what we wanted to do. But that's awesome. If people maybe that are listening right now maybe want to be part of this program like what you're doing, or maybe some organizations or churches or ministries out there that would like to do a vaccination there at their location, where can they reach you, or where can they contact you to be able to make that happen?
So right now we're located at 503 Castroville Road. We actually just bought a new building,
Okay.
the old convent that was right there on Castroville. I believe it's like 515 or something.
Right at the corner?
Yes.
So
the nuns
we
retired.
were looking at that. Yeah, we were looking at, because we wanted to do a retreat center, and I think that's kind of what they were doing there.
So we just bought the building, and we're going through the rezoning process. Alexis was actually one of the ones who spoke before the commission, the city commission, rezoning commission, to see if we can get that zone the way we need, so that basically it is going to be a women's live and learn center, where the young women that are going through our reset program, if they're experiencing housing instability, we will be able to house them. 24. We will have 24 rooms at the there, and where they can go and they can have access to childcare on site. So that is the big vision. But right now we just acquired the building, so we're setting it up. The girls are excited because we're actually moving into the meeting space there starting on Thursday. To start, hosting our meetings. We have support groups that they run every Friday. It's called Boss Babes Group, building our own support system. And
I'm sorry, what was that name again?
Boss Babes.
Okay. Okay. That's what I thought you said.
Yes.
Okay. It's catchy though. It's catchy.
Yes, building our support system, and so they cover different topics every Friday about self-empowerment and building connections, building their like it says, building their support system. But right now, so all their services are still there at our old building, 503 Castroville Road. It's still there for daycare. We still have daycare open to the community, and then we have not just the vaccines under the health equity department, but we have mammography. For that we have the seniors. We have a senior connection. So we have, and just various programs that the YWCA has been expanding on.
Okay, that's great. That's awesome. I didn't know that about the building. I thought I had heard that they had sold that building, but I didn't know to who. But now that I'm hearing that, and just the fact that what you're going to use it for, and that you were instrumental in going up in City Hall?
Basically.
After what you told me, I mean, why would they have any reason not to do what, rezone it, right? I mean, this is what's needed. A lot of times it's crazy because we've asked the city, hey, we need help too. Like I'm always asking, give me a building, because we can do a lot if you are able to provide a building. By the way, what are y'all doing with your building?
Well, we're still gonna have it's gonna be expanded for childcare. But and I think that the hesitation of the community was that they thought that it was going to be like another Haven for Hope kind of homeless shelter there, but that's not what the goal is. Our goal really is for the continued progression of the young women that we're serving.
To empower people and get them to another level.
Yeah.
And it's very obvious that what you're doing is working, because like I said, I see what she's doing, and so why not multiply that 10 times fold or 100 times fold? Because I mean, that's what we need right now, especially for the young people, that with the pandemic and everything, everything seems like it's closed in. And a lot of kids are like in desperation, or they're dealing with emotional issues, mental issues, and that's why I think everything that's going on now, what they're talking about, this violence that's going on, that people are just like at that breaking point, and anything triggers it. Any little thing will set somebody off. Why? Because they're dealing with so much that they're repressing and not able to get out, and just hey, there's you don't have to do that alone, but where do they go? Again, where can I go if I don't know? I'm dealing with it on my own, and then this happens.
Right.
So it's a good way, and that's a great thing that you're here, that this is going to go on. It's not there yet, but you're working on that building and everything, so people can know, okay, this is something that's available for those young ladies. Is there an age group specifically?
Yeah, so it's young women ages 18 to 24, obviously older on a case-by-case basis. And I think one of the unique things that this model that we're doing that's making this very successful is that it's not just that we're giving them money to learn a trade or to learn, to earn their certificate, but their case management is woven into their weekly schedules. So there is an hour a week that our awesome case managers take to meet with them one-on-one to work on their individualized service plan and work towards their goals, whether it be mental health or domestic violence situations that they're going through. We have young ladies that are aging out of foster care, young ladies that are facing homelessness. Like I mentioned before, acquiring childcare. We have so many young women since they started that have bought their first car because most of them are 18, 19 years old. So many women that have opened bank accounts.
Yeah.
YWCA also, as part of the Economic Empowerment Division, we have small business classes that we offer in English and Spanish. And so some of them have gone over into that as well. So, but it's all part of their case management that they're able to identify what is it that's keeping you from going forward, and let's help you get there,
Right.
So.
And that, what you're talking about is so awesome. I've envisioned things like that before. Like I said, I would love to have a building where I could do that with the youth. I mean, like I said, I work with high school youth, but to get them to that at that age before they, get older, because it comes to mind. I had one of the youth that I ran into maybe about a year after they graduated, and I said, "How's things going?" He goes, "Oh well, I'm kind of frustrated." And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, I want to go back to school and slap some of my teachers or my counselors." And I'm like looking at her like, "Okay, whoa, slow down. Why would you want to go do that?" Right? Like I'm thinking like, why? I don't know. Why are you thinking that way? He goes, "Because, yes, they taught me English, they taught me education, math, they taught me all these things, but they didn't teach me about life."
Life, yeah.
And so now I'm out here. What do I do? I mean, I know that I can give you a 10 and I'm going to get change back, but for me to go and make an application or apply or open a bank account or maybe even get a car or an apartment or whatever, I don't know how to do that. And so that's the frustrating part. But, I'm glad that what y'all are doing, like what is enabled you to be able to do what you're doing now, is because of that.
Yeah.
Because of the help.
Right. Yeah. And we've asked them, like, what other trainings do y'all want? Not just professional trainings, but, and they say, life 101, like, what does credit mean? And how, how do I, apply for my first house? And so those are all things that they're all set to graduate from the program about late June. So I invite everybody to be looking out for that, because we'll have a big celebration for them at the new building, hopefully,
awesome.
Doing a big celebration for them. And then we have spots open for some of the other paid training opportunities as well. So if you go onto our website, you can see you can fill out an interest form for the Reset program.
So that's what I was going to ask you. If somebody's interested, if somebody's listening out there right now and saying, this sounds very interesting, this is maybe something I was looking for, where can they reach you, or where can they contact or get information regarding the program, or like I said, anything that we've been talking about here right now?
So they can email me, Jaco, Jaco, at ywcasa.org, or you can go on to the website, the YWCA San Antonio website, and under the health equity page, we are the Reset program, and you can submit an interest form right there, and it'll come directly to us.
Okay. And so the program, how long is the program? What amount of time do you have to spend to graduate?
So there's different tracks that we offer. The one that Alexis is part of is the community health worker track. So we're training them to be community health workers, to go out there and pass out, health literacy and do the vaccines. That one is a 1,100-hour program. So basically, depending on whenever they started, they are doing 1,100 hours, and then we help them get their certificate. And it's a combination of hands-on training and classroom training.
So it's a certification that you're
Yes.
able to attain.
Right, yeah, it's a Texas certified.
Is that what they call? Because I hear this in Spanish a lot. The
Promotora.
The promotoras.
Okay. Our administrator that was here, she just recently left, but she was a promotora. That's why I remember, like, okay, she would tell me, no, this is what it is or what we do, but she was certified to do that.
Right.
So that came to mind. So that, okay.
Yeah, and Deyanira is a certified promotora.
Oh,
She
okay.
did start, at YWCA.
For 10 years. Yeah.
Wow, 10 years.
Yeah.
Are you originally here from San Antonio or
No, from Mexico.
Mexico? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But I've been here for 25
awesome.
years.
Yes. So that's
Yes.
great. That's great. You like working with people then? I'm
Yes.
assuming, because what you do, you have to work or love working with people.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I like being in the community.
Yes.
Yeah,
Out there.
she's sending our girls. Actually, we had a couple of weeks ago some of our girls doing outreach here. Right? Was it around here when they ran into that young lady.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here in this area where they were handing out flyers, not only on the health pop-up, the clinics and everything, but the other services that we have, and they happened to run into a young lady who was homeless with her son, and so then they reconnected, sent her to us, back to us, and then she was able to come in the next day, and so it's just kind of like coming full circle.
Sure.
And those girls felt, I remember they came back to the office and they were like, oh my God, we got, it was so awesome. And then when she actually showed up, they were so proud of themselves for doing
absolutely. that. Sometimes you don't realize that you'll make an impact in someone's life that you thought, man, who could I help? Or I can't even help myself. How can I help someone else? But the moment, like I tell the kids, the moment you become empowered, the more you know, the more you care, these doors open for you, and then you realize, you know what, I want to give back, because if somebody did it for me, somebody helped me, I want to make sure that I'm able to do that and pass it forward. And so it's a great thing to be able to know that you were able to make an impact or help someone who, who knows where they have ended up. Because sometimes you never know. Things happen, and unfortunately they do if you're on the street. But giving them a ray of hope or inspiration, or just letting them know you care, that's a big start.
Yeah, definitely. And so once they graduate, we don't just graduate them and send them on their way. They will be, their case manager will work with them to secure a job. We're working with the city of San Antonio so that we can create this pipeline, like the seamless process of okay, we're training them, and here now we're handing them off so that they can get a job, secure a job with city of San Antonio or wherever else they're hiring for community health workers.
Right. And again, like what I'm hearing, I mean, why would you not want to facilitate or make it easier for you to do what you're doing, right? It just doesn't make sense. Sometimes politics, red tape gets in the way, and I'm like, we're doing it, just let us do it. Just provide certain things for us and we'll do it. We're not asking you to do it, right? Yeah. So we're almost close to the end. But I want to thank you so much for being here and sharing your stories and what you're doing. I hope that you continue to rise up, and that maybe I'll see you as the president of YWCA or somebody else, Yes. Really quick, again, give us that information, because I know there's people listening. Maybe the person that's listening may not need it, but they think, well, you know what, I know that it could benefit somebody that I know, a cousin, a daughter or somebody. So we want to make sure that they're able to connect with you, because this program, I can tell you from what I've heard, it's awesome. And we definitely want to continue to support and be able to help in any way we can to help you guys do what you all are doing. So just share that information of where they can contact you again.
Yes, see Jaco, Jaco at ywcasa.org or on our website. Also, I wanted to invite you all to come out to our Women's Day event, March 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Divine Grace Church. We'll be out there.
Okay, and we're just at the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back next week. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you.